my name is Kolisi. I have 4 children.
I'm Nikita Burks. My daughter is Harper Burke and she is 3 years old.
So my name is Gwen Matarise. We've got twin daughters. Their names are Gabriella and Gabrielle.
My name is Cleo and I have 8 children.
So Nick, we were expecting on the 27th of October 2014.
I was pregnant with twins. From the start, we were told that I wouldn't carry to full term. I myself was actually born at 26 weeks. My son was born at 35 weeks, so he wasn't as prem as me. But we found out quite late in the pregnancy that I had placenta previa.
So Gabriella and Gabrielle were born at 28 weeks and they were so tiny. They were like, Gabriella was 1 kilo and 75 grams and Gabrielle was 925 grams.
One morning I woke up, I think it was a Thursday, and I was bleeding, and I actually was supposed to be going to work. Sia was heading off to training, and I drove myself to the hospital. We were very chilled throughout our pregnancy, so we never thought it was anything to worry about.
Was put straight away onto the high-risk list.
I went for a regular checkup and then they told me that one of the twins was not growing well, Gabrielle, twin B.
I woke up and there was blood everywhere. I started hemorrhaging and it was quite scary. My bathroom looked like a murder scene. At 26 weeks, I just went into early labor.
I got admitted and Sia was flying off to Port Elizabeth that day. The next day I'd continued bleeding. The doctor just said no, that the baby needs to come out because he's in danger now. So he was 32 weeks.
After they gave me the steroids, my water broke. After about 3 weeks in the hospital, took the babies out. It was tough. It was very difficult.
You're going to have to be completely put under. So every desire I wanted to be able to see my baby, meet my baby, this is not happening. And I'm quite grateful actually that I was knocked out because Ezra stopped breathing at birth. And I think if I had to witness that, I don't think I would have been able to handle it very well.
And Sia literally made a scene at the airport in Port Elizabeth because couldn't get a flight back. I managed to get back in time for his birth, and I had an emergency cesarean. My doctor actually found a blood clot the size of his fist that he said would have been a life or death situation anyway.
Twin A was actually Harper. She was 720 grams. She was the smallest. And then twin B was her sister Mackenzie, and she was 760 grams. They don't really give you much of a percentage of survival. The next 24 hours would have been the most crucial yet.
After being told that one of them or both of them might not make it, so you just have to put your trust in the doctors, of course.
I then only got to meet Ezra the next day. It's really hard to know that you're the last one to meet your baby. I hadn't actually fully registered how small they were because this was my first pregnancy.
But I think it's just such a scary thing for any mother to have to go through, to have doctors, neonatal surgeons, everyone in and out kind of telling you your child may die, your child may live. So Nick was admitted for 3 weeks into the NICU and he was born 32 weeks and 2.1 kgs.
The Newborns Trust helped me quite a lot. They made sure that I knew that everything was going to be okay. They were there for me through everything.
The Newborns Trust was amazing. They were really supportive, and my time in the NICU was, I can't even explain. I just get a little bit emotional. I was one of the lucky moms that I could be there every single day. And my husband had to go to Joburg because he was working on a big project. So he had to fly back to Joburg after we buried my daughter. You could see that it's a family. It's not just an organization.
I mean, when you leave with your baby, it's great. But when you leave, it's almost like saying goodbye to a family because you see them every single day for hours on end. We hadn't gotten Nicholas on our medical aid yet, and I remember the hospital started sending us bills, hundreds of thousands of rands. Very few people in South Africa have access to medical aid. Unfortunately, it's a very expensive thing, and work that the Newborns Trust do is so vital. You're saving a life, and there's no value that you can put on that. It's so important for the public to remember that there are people that, on top of having to deal with a very real, very sad, very hard situation, they have to worry about money. It's terrible. There definitely can't be a value placed on that.
Well, life is beautiful now. It's so much easier. I wouldn't have known back then what I know now. And I wish to tell all the moms that are going through what I went through, that it will be okay. Everything will be fine.
So Harper, we've nicknamed her Hurricane Harper. And simply for the reason she's so adventurous, so fearless.
I mean, he talks back now a lot. He argues with me all the time. But he is honestly, I truly believe that premature babies that do survive make the strongest of people later on.
His smile is contagious. He's always happy, and whenever he does something naughty, he's got this little giggle grin.
Can't believe that is my child. That's what I get to live with for the rest of my life. It's the most beautiful thing. As much as I'm excited to see what Nicholas is going to do with his life, I'm so excited for every single child that has survived being premature and seeing the power that they're going to do and bring to this world.